Hello, it's fish time in 1 minute. I heard it was wig day. I gave away all my wigs, so I won't be wearing one. And I'm not a big wig, so I don't fall in either category. So, good morning for another 15 minutes. Hi, Paxi. How you doing? Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for joining me. I see a couple other people are on. I think it's David. Welcome. Good to see ya. And Jenny. Yay. Hi. Good to see ya. Today, we're going to make a healthy tartar sauce. I'm not a big tartar sauce lover. However, my sister came up with the idea, and she's probably on here or about to be soon. So there she is. So hey, Linda. So we're gonna do a Greek yogurt tartar sauce. I love Greek yogurt, so I think I'm gonna develop a new taste for tartar sauce. The one I love, of course, is Frisch's. I do love Frisch's tartar sauce. So we're gonna see if this competes with Frisch's. Okay. Good morning, David. I could tell when you came on. And hi, Mom. Love my shirt. Yeah, that's the one on my phone with you. Maybe that's what's coming back at you. It's Isaac Mizrahi, our favorite guy, or designer, at least my favorite. I don't know, maybe not yours, Linda, but I know we like him as a person. He's pretty cool. So anyway, I see my Aunt Frenchie, or I should say Rose, but I can't help it. We call you Aunt Frenchie. So good to see you. Anyhow, I am going to go ahead and get started with the Greek yogurt tartar sauce, healthy for you. And I'll just go through a little bit on that, and then we'll put it in the fridge and get with the fish healthy patties. And I'll tell you why I picked fish for Friday, because we're not in a Lent season, but it doesn't matter. There's a reason. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down for a sec, and I think I got it locked in there, so hopefully Paxi didn't see what happened a couple weeks ago when the phone went flying all over. But, well, maybe it's not locked in there. So just in case, we'll see if you can see my little mise en place. It's a little crowded here, but I have a big table and I have a side table and all that. But let's see if you can, well, no, I don't want my hair going in, but it just sometimes it looks like it's not. Now I feel it getting loose there. So I want to make sure it's all tightened up. Okay. Can you see? I think you can see. All right. So I'm going to go ahead with, I'm just going to use a container. It says 1 cup of Greek yogurt. So if you want to be precise, do that. But in this case, actually, I'm going to use the little Christmas present from Mom. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead for myself and for this recipe and just use a full container. Don't use like a little 2 ounce or anything, but use a full container of the non-fat. I just use Kroger brand. You can use whatever brand you want. That's not what I usually use, but just the non-fat Greek yogurt. And it does have no added sugar, no artificial flavors, no fats or anything, but it has, all the active cultures and everything that you want. So that's really cool. So you can use, like Shabani, which is what I use a lot of times, and Activia, whatever you want to use that has, the most live cultures if you can. And then we're going to go with a little bit of vinegar, which a tablespoon approximately. So I had measured that out, okay? Whatever vinegar you have on hand or you prefer, all right? And then I have, oh, wow. That wasn't a good idea. I knocked the sugar over. So I had 1 teaspoon measured out. I will get that because I'm sliding on sugar there. So I know I'll be cleaning my floor after this session. Thankfully, my little kitty Abby, almost 18 years old, has her little bed under here, so she doesn't want sugar. All right. She's on a low salt diet, or kidneys. Or actually, it's sort of high salt, so she drinks a lot of water. That's what it is. It's a little salty, which is not what we need to be on. Okay, so we got the little teaspoon of sugar, just to sort of balance out the sweet and the acid. And then the next thing is a little bit of Dijon mustard. And if you don't have Dijon, you can leave it out, or you can use whatever mustard you have, okay? So, let's see, where's my tablespoon? You can, guess, or you can measure. It's actually a teaspoon, excuse me. I was looking at the pickle relish. So, just a teaspoon of the Dijon. Whoops, I missed the spoon. Where's my eyesight today? Okay. And then we've got you could cut up your own dill pickles. I don't usually heat pickles on hand because I try to watch the sweet and the sodium and all that, but for this recipe, it might be worth it just to get the benefits of the Greek yogurt. So, we've got the 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm going to go ahead and use 1.5, just because the yogurt was just a little shy of 8 ounces. And then, I think the only thing left is the parsley, which I did chop, as you can see, and I have extra for the fish, okay? So I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And I actually, just a little tip, I'm going to go ahead and add just a touch of salt. It calls for a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. I usually do more pepper than salt. So if you're watching your sodium, I would go with the, a little less sodium, because we already got sodium in our pickles, okay? And then I go with more of the pepper. Okay, so it's up to you, but I know my boyfriend likes a lot of pepper, and both of us like to watch our salt. So I'll just, hopefully you can still see there. I can't see. That's a teaspoon. The big one is a tablespoon. Yeah, I know, Linda. I think I know. 3 teaspoons is 1 tablespoon. If I did something wrong, then I'm sorry. But anyhow, let's see. Did I miss the minced onion? I know I have onions going in the in my fish. I didn't write down onion though, so I don't think there's onion going in there. Anyway, if you want onion, you can go ahead and put onion in. I'm thinking there might be a little onion going in there, which I do have some, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little minced onion in there as well, because I think that might be a good plan. But that's up to you. You can leave it, put it in, or leave it out, okay? But what I was going to say is, I'm going to take my parsley, because I have so much. Yeah, thanks, Linda. I knew you saved me on that one. That's why I put it in there. But anyhow, with the onion, what I'm going to do, or the parsley, I am going to go ahead, because I have so much, I'm going to chop up the rest, and I'm going to put it in an ice tray with some water and wrap it up really, really good. So that way, when I need some fresh parsley, I don't have to buy a bunch every single time, because I didn't have any parsley, the dry parsley. And you can literally use that and throw it in soups and stews and stuff. So it's just something to think about if you have like a lot of cilantro or parsley or something like that, basil, whatever, that you just want to throw in soups and stews. And that way, you'll have it in the freezer and just pop out a few ice cubes of fresh parsley. Okay, so I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so you can see, anyway, all seasoned to taste. Thanks, Paxi. I'll put it in the fridge, and then we'll get started on the fish patties, healthy fish patties, and I'll just tell you how I did that. Okay. All right. I feel like I'm on an ice skating rink with this sugar on the bottom. All right. So what I bought is I have fresh salmon, and part of the reason I'm doing this fish is because I saw on like sort of a national channel, if I'm not mistaken, that they are sending out fish all over the country so they don't waste it, and it's all like freshwater fish to a lot of the places where people that would normally not need food, who do need food right now because of the pandemic, they're sending it out everywhere. Okay, so if anybody that's listening just happens to receive fish or go to a pantry, you might want to keep that in mind. Now, I did just purchase, I have frozen salmon, but I just purchased the kind that's already all wild caught salmon, skinless, boneless, just for the ease of this recipe. Because if you receive fish that's not cooked, you have to cook in the oven, and then you can surely make your patties. That might be too cumbersome, but if you do receive fish like this, because obviously it's easy to, transport if they're transporting food, because they are doing that all over the country. Like Matthew 25, I know I volunteered there sort of in between my cancer transition and working at the recovery center. But anyway, I just thought I'd let you know that this is just an idea of what to do. Now, I know when I was a kid, I know Mom and Linda and myself, we would always clean all the skin out and even the bones. But if you were to buy a can or receive it in a can, go ahead, and if you want to take the skin out, fine, but crush the bones up, because it's a great source of calcium. The salmon itself, or any other fatty fish that's in this aisle, which could be like the sardines, or what else did I see? The albacore tuna. Those are all going to be the omega-3s, which are really good for the brain, for the heart, for depression, which is connected to your gut via the vagus nerve. So really, you definitely want to, consider those fish to eat at least 2 to 3 times per week, okay? Especially because this is like wild caught, and it's not going to have all the mercury, that you would normally find, or the PCBs in a farm-raised lake or whatever, or man-made body of water. So I got that. I got 3 bags. The other thing I got, it's 10 for 10 right now, is I got a bunch of these tuna creations, because they're great. They're all different seasonings, and even just plain, or with light mayo or whatever, and it says only $1, and I can get anywhere from 1 to 2 sandwiches out of it, or with crackers, or whatever you want to do with it, lettuce wraps, tortilla wraps, you name it. So I just wanted to point that out, and then we can get started on the recipe, okay? And the healthy yogurt dip or tartar sauce will be ready. So I'll just put this down and mix it up, okay? So let me not lose this. Okay, so I put that all in there. Like I said, you don't have to deskin it or do anything, and it's already cooked. So when we cook it, it's just going to be getting warmed up. But I went ahead and just used the breadcrumbs. You can use your own whole grain bread and toast it, or crackers, or whatever, oatmeal even, if you want. I think I'm going to need a bigger bowl though. So let's do it that way. And so this is a pound, and then a cup of the breadcrumbs. Like I said, whatever you want to use, oats or any other grain that you prefer, tolerate, feel like is healthier for you, because even rye, whatever you like. And then let's see, the next thing is the eggs, and I always use like the cage-free DHA, healthy eggs. And then so I did the breadcrumbs, and then the onions, which it's approximately 2 teaspoons of onions. I really like onions, so I might put extra in there, and they're really good for you, actually. And then the parsley, which in chef school they really have you, I rinsed it and drained it and everything, but they have you put it in a white towel and like wash it and squeeze it dry until all the chlorophyll comes out. Now, you probably lose the vitamin C, obviously, but because that's water soluble, but they want the presentation to be so that if you put it on the plate or in your dish or whatever, there's like no seepage of green. So that's one thing I remember doing a million times, was chopping parsley and like putting it in a towel and just washing it, and making sure it was all completely dry and like no green is going to make the plate, like drip of chlorophyll. It was like sort of the odd to me, but it's something that I did like a ton. And then we've got half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. So once again, I don't use a ton of salt because you can season to taste afterwards as well. But so we'll just do this, a couple times. We can always add more. Can't take away. And then once again, I would rather do more pepper than salt. And I think I've got a little bit of olive oil mayo that goes in there as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and squirt that in. It's pretty much getting to the end of it. I think, and then the mustard. Let me get, I got the mustard right here. So then there was just like, how much mustard did I want? A teaspoon of mustard, so not much. There we go. So hopefully you can see all that. Now I was just going to put my gloves on, and actually I got to get the skillet hot. So let's see if, hold on. I lost you. Hang in there. Okay. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm trying to make sure you can see everything I'm doing here. So let me move a few things. And I'm going to use my, I don't know what you mean, Linda. Press between a paper towel. What? I'm not sure what you're saying. I'm just trying to get in here because I want to use my gloves to mix it and then make it into like little balls. And I got to get my pan hot too. So I'm going to put some oil in here. Of course, I use the olive oil for grilling, sauteing, etc. Oh, what about the parsley? Oh, you put it between the paper towels. Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Well, he had to like squeeze it out. The paper towels work, yeah, but he just has squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So anyway, big delay. Okay. Gotcha. Well, let me see. You can see the pan now, but let me put this back down. Not lose the phone. Okay. So we're going to see if we can get in here. I might have to add a little bit of water, which I have to my right, which is probably your left. And just to make sure this is moist enough. Okay. And then I don't have the scoop size. Mine broke. I have a smaller scoop, but I can still, and it's almost like a salmon patty, really, but the thing is, it's sort of an alternative recipe, a little bit different, especially with the healthy tartar sauce. And plus the fact that now they sell them in the packs, which is great, So, and also, if you have leftover salmon, you made a bunch of salmon, because I buy it in the packs and make salmon. You can actually break up your salmon patty, or fresh salmon that you cooked off, because you're sort of getting sick of, salmon, and then just crush it up and make the patties for a different dinner, a couple nights later, if, you're a bigger family. Okay, I think that works. I don't think I really need to add the water. So, I think because I had 2 large eggs, they weren't extra large, but I did use 2. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put several on here. And I'll be good for the weekend. Since there is a fair amount of breadcrumbs in here, you know, it's a cup, but it's broken up into, you know, we'll probably get 5 at least out of this. And I think there'll be plenty of healthy tartar sauce. What do you guys think would be a good accompaniment to this? Now, of course, I have a fresh lemon. We have the tartar sauce. I'm going to make a really big one. This will be for my big boyfriend. Well, he's not that big. He always loves coming over Saturday when I cook. And then Linda's so kind to, when she does the primary cooking on the alternative weeks, she sends stuff over, of course. Okay, can you see? I think you can see. So it's just going to cook, and then I'll wait till it sort of gets crispy. I have a gas oven, so I put it on medium. I know Linda has an electric oven. It's a little bit different. So we'll wait till it gets brown and it cooks, you know, at least gets warm all the way through, and then I'll flip them and get sort of brown and crispy. And but what vegetables would y'all go with? Now, I know I used to make salmon loaves at a nursing home when I was 19, and anyway, I had never made them before. I just figured it out based on the salmon patties that we made, that my mom taught me, or us, Linda and myself, when we were kids. But I had no idea. I had to figure out how to make like a healthy cream sauce with peas, so baby sweet peas. So I don't know, maybe that's something you might like. You know, peas have 5 grams of protein for a half a cup. I just listened to a really big webinar on legumes and peas. You spin them in the pan before I flip them, so all sides get cooked. Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah, almost like a meatball. Sure, okay. And I know some people like croquettes. I would recommend baking them or air frying them. So you could do the baked, or the pan-seared. You can do the baked. You can do the croquettes. Air fry now, which we didn't have back in the day, which is essentially like convection oven, which now they're doing in the smaller ovens. And I'll show you when this is time. You know, and like I said, I used to make like more of a roux with you know, to make a cream sauce with a low-fat milk, mac and cheese and green beans. Okay, there you go. And you know, they're even selling, Annie's sells the box macaroni and cheese with the whole grain pasta, I believe. So that's a healthy pasta. It's probably a little more pricey than usual, but that would be your healthy brand of mac and cheese. Unless you make it at home, you can use all kinds of pastas. Whoops. Okay, it's getting brown. And I'll show you in a sec. But the whole... Oh, is that what she made? Really? Okay. I know the green beans. I didn't remember the mac and cheese, Linda. Okay. Maybe Mom remembers. I don't know. We're talking 50 years ago. When we were going on 8 and 9. But yeah, if anybody has any ideas, but I'll tell you, this webinar I listened to was a farmer dietitian, and she was so awesome because she talked all about pulses, which are lentils, peas, and every kind of bean you can imagine. So what, Mom? You made salmon patties yesterday? No way! Oh, wow, that's awesome. Applesauce. We used to have applesauce. That's what we did. Yeah, applesauce and green beans. There you go. Good, Mom. Good memory. Okay. So I'm just going to show you how it's getting brown here. So see, you know how to make this, Mom. This is just a teeny bit different. So this is just a reminder for those that haven't made it for a while, or just a different product. Did you use the can, Mom? Or did you use the pack? I'm just wondering. Because I know we didn't know back in the day about the bones. We thought we had to take them out. And of course, in school, they told us, crush them up, good for the bones. The bones are good for your bones. But anyway, I just know that when they told me you're making salmon loaf, and I was 19 and had to make it for 130 people and make a low salt version and diabetic version, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I figured it out. Can, okay. Well, there you go. Well, now you know. If you don't feel like, doing the work, this is a pretty decent price, a comparable price. And the other tuna creations, too, are really nice. So these are getting nice and brown, and I purposely am using the products you gave me for Christmas, Mom. So thank you so much. It was going to be for a fillet of fish, but I've just got my little parsley and my lemon, and I'll get my tartar sauce, and we'll... I haven't read the food styling book yet. I've been listening to webinars on things like pulses. I didn't even know. That's pretty pathetic. I didn't know that beans and legumes and lentils, I mean, she taught me things that I haven't even known. But, oh, thanks, Patsy. Yeah, I know it's going to taste good. You have that, I know, I like that. I like this fish spat. That's why she got it for me, because I used to use this all the time in school. But I'm going to get the tartar sauce out and skip that up, and then we'll get the fish off, and I'll taste it and tell you what I think. But yeah, I would probably, add some greens or a nice salad, some fruit, like my mom said, some applesauce. I mean, I bought a bunch of fresh apples, but that's another alternative. You know what I bought? And I'm going to tell you how it goes, and then I might make it. I bought a walnut crust. I am so psyched. What? Oh, okay. Yeah. So instead of your normal unhealthy crust, a walnut crust. I think that, because I am just crazy about walnuts, but I got to figure out if I'm going to do like an apple pie and the walnut crust or the phyllo dough. But anyway, let me get the tartar, because this is starting to get ready here. Okay. Oh, it smells good. I'm going to take a taste real quick. Now, what I was saying though is you don't really, unless you buy some really low carb buns. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the crust, sure. If you buy low carb whole wheat buns or something, where they're only 45 calories, then probably. But otherwise, I'm not much for buns with, Oh my God. It is so good. I'm going to die. This is so good. I'm not lying. You cannot tell it's yogurt. There's no way. There's no way. If you want to get your yogurt in, this is the way to do it. Okay. I'll show you the crust, and then I'll take the salmon off, because I think it's pretty good. Where did I put my crust? Oh, la 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 la. Oh, okay. Right there. There she rolls. I'm psyched. And the fat content is a little bit of saturated fat. Fairly low sodium. Calories are reasonable. It's mainly mono fat from the walnuts. I'm just so psyched. So anyway, because I was trying to, always trying to find stuff. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to do this. Okay, so could have been spaced a little different maybe, but sorry I don't have a veg for you, but it's still going to be delicious. You would be buying that crust? Yeah, I know, that's what I did. And I bought walnuts, I bought pecans, they were on sale. I forget what else, but because I had to put peanuts in my oatmeal this morning because I was out of nuts. Okay, so let me put this down, and then I'll try the salmon with it. Okay. All right. Oops. I guess I'll just use my spoon here. Okay. Very good. It's definitely worth it. And it, A lot of the ingredients I had on hand. I just went to the store to get. I might just disappear for a second. I'm sorry. Yeah, David, it is. And it says spam risk. Oh boy, there's spam calls. Anyhow, this tartar sauce is excellent. I'll tell you what. I'm sure. What would you say, Linda? You think it'll last at least 7 to 10 days, something like that? At least 7 days. 4 to 7 days. Good. Paxi, good. Okay. Well, feel free to share it with your nurse friends. Okay, a week at least, yeah. Okay. And I mean, you're only making a yogurt's worth. But, you know, at least you know whatever you use this on, it doesn't matter what you use it on, it's going to be healthy, you know? So the tartar sauce thing is really cool. And as far as the other thing, I just think it's great to know you can, you know, use all these different kinds of fish items and just turn them into sandwiches or patties or whatever, okay? So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I guess wear a wig if you have one. I don't know. I'm kidding. I know it's a bunch of other days too. I heard Amanda go on and on. But anyway, it's always so fun doing this. Thank you, Linda. Because I'll tell you what, I would just be laying in there probably all miserable if I didn't have an excuse to run to the store. Of course, yes, I did today, early this morning. But, you know, and have an excuse to get up and do stuff for things, for all of you. And so, Recovery Center, signing off. Maria, thank you, Paxi. Thank you, Linda, Jenny, David, Mom, Ryan, and all of the people, David, who watch it afterwards. Because you guys make the numbers go up and make, I know Linda and myself, because she usually joins me every other week, feel special to share, you know, food is love with you all. Okay, so have a great day. And Mom, of course, you're the one that inspired both of us. Okay, alrighty. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.